Jeffrey's the average guy. He's overweight, lazy, and undisciplined. He got average grades in school. He works an average job that he doesn't like. He doesn't attract the kind of women that he wants. He lives a mediocre life. Jeffrey hears about self-improvement, about exercising and building a body that he could be proud of. He hears about meditation, gratitude journaling, reading and learning, and Jeffrey refuses to do any of it. He spends his days playing video games, jacking off to messed up porn, and eating junk food. What a disgrace. Adonis. Adonis is the man that we aspire to be. The best man, the ultimate man. He lives the life that cultivates his masculinity and makes him feel so fulfilled. Whilst other men spend their days indoors, hyper-stimulating themselves, Adonis goes out into nature. He hunts, he feasts, he leads his tribe to success. Everyone looks up to him. Here is a man, the man, who is showing us our potential. The question is, are you going to reach it? So what's the purpose of this cult? Of this movement? We want men to become obsessed with self-improvement, to become better men, stronger men, rather than being obsessed with video games, porn, and social media. We see our brothers losing their lives to instant gratification, becoming weak and overindulgent, and that saddens us deeply. But Hamza, playing video games is fun. Shut up, bro. Make me break my camera, bitch. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who enjoy neither much, because they live in the grey twilight of neither victory or failure. Theodore Roosevelt. This cult of young men that you see before you is all about taking responsibility. We strive to become more like Adonis. And Adonis isn't the stereotypical alpha male. He isn't loud or arrogant. He's the ultimate male. He's the best in all scenarios. He's a leader, but he's kind. He's successful, but he's humble. He's strong, but he acknowledges his weaknesses. There are 5 virtues of Adonis: discipline, humility, presence, gratitude, and leadership. Once you go through the stages of self-improvement and you get yourself out of the depths of depression, you get onto a dopamine detox and you start being productive and you see great progress in your life, that's when you take the responsibility to lead your friends. Self-improvement and working on yourself is kind of like filling your cup, and after a while, your cup gets so full that it starts overfilling. That's when you get to pour some of the contents of your cup into the cups of your loved ones. So exactly what do we do here? At 6 p.m. UK time every single day, you will get a daily burst of motivation, inspiration, and hopefully education from me. Use that knowledge to fuel your self-improvement. Do not be a pussy. Watch the videos. Take action. These videos are not meant to be blindly watched. You must take action there and then on the principle that you've just learnt from today's upload. This will bring you down our funnel. You start at the top like a total Jeffrey. Then you discover self-improvement and you struggle. You go through the trials and tribulations of curing yourself of internet addiction, of improving your mental health, of getting your fat ass into the gym. You struggle at first, but you start making more and more progress as time goes on. You become a valued cult member, sharing your insights in the comments below and also in our Discord server. Eventually, you've made so much progress that you no longer need to watch these videos, that you no longer need to think about self-improvement anymore. That's when you get to just go out and enjoy your life. But hopefully you'll still want to pop back into these videos and inspire some guys in the comments. So what's in it for me personally? It would sound awesome if I told you that I was totally selfless and I was doing this just to help the boys. Whilst that's true, and I do get fulfillment from helping people, the truth is that this is part of my self-improvement. Adonis's 5th virtue is leadership. This channel and these videos and this movement is my practice of leadership to get more guys onto self-improvement. I hope that you level up your leadership skill enough to take a massive step like this when you start posting your learning lessons online. Imagine a generation of young men who have got YouTube channels and social media pages where we talk about self-improvement and we openly talk about our mistakes and our accomplishments and we give our learning lessons to each other. And this is also my business. This is how I went from literally being on benefits, it's like government welfare, to having a successful business where I feel retired at age 24. My dad was working long hours as a taxi driver and I've almost been able to retire him already. I think I've truly went through a rags to riches story. Around 2.5 years ago, I was working full time in a complaints department. People were calling up and literally like swearing at me and shouting at me. I used to finish work and fucking cry on the way home. All day I would be in work to make £64. After that, I worked in a homeless shelter and I worked night shifts, and I still get this feeling of pride because I would go to my night shift job where like I had to let like homeless people into the accommodation and I would take a laptop to do business work. That's when I learned about entrepreneurship and giving value at scale. I've gave 6 guys jobs. My first video editor Sam was on the same kind of benefits that I was on. We both have went through this rags to riches story. My second video editor Leon was working in a grocery store and I remember the day that he actually handed in his resignation because on that same day, I paid him €1,000 to edit a long video. That was so significant for him that he took a screenshot and sent it over to his father. My third video editor, Mo, who came from Syria to Germany, he now has a side hustle that he says is fun and fulfilling. My fourth video editor, Irvin, who was working as an Uber Eats and delivery driver. And this guy, Irvin, bro, his edits are f***ing sick. The animations blow all of our minds. And finally, my fifth and most latest editor, Gigi. And he said that working for me has enabled him to be able to outsource the video editing for his original channel, and it's far more efficient for him. And my sixth member of staff is Ami, who lives in India, and so the currency exchange from what I pay him is a fair amount. And he's been writing all of the emails to my big email list. 60,000 people get sent an email by Ami a few times a week, where he teaches them self-improvement concepts. And my most latest addition to the team is my sister, who's now my personal assistant. You have in front of you a team of young men who are trying our best to help your self-improvement journey. That's our team, and my name is Hamza Ahmed. My purpose is to make more men like Adonis. But what's the point of all this? What's the bigger picture? What's the vision? Because you're gonna struggle quitting video games and porn, taking a step back from modern technology like social media, resisting junk food. You're gonna struggle. But soon you're gonna make some progress, and you'll find that you're getting a little bit consistent in the gym, and you're seeing your body transform, and you're finally building the physique that you're proud of. You're learning how to navigate beautiful, healthy relationships and friendships. That is all to develop the major purpose in your life. The most sacred, the most fulfilling thing that you could do as a man. Fatherhood. Be the kind of father that you needed when you were a little boy. Everything you do as a young man should fuel that purpose. This is why we work so hard. This is why we stay so determined and disciplined. This is why we learn so much about mental health and we resist addictions. Be the kind of father that you needed when you were a little boy. Because when you look at the average man who drinks 7 pints of beer a week, who's got fucked up mental health, who plays video games, who watches porn, who looks at women like they're sex objects, that guy's gonna become a father, and he will treat his child exactly how his father treated him. Their trauma, their pains, their addictions will pass from generation to generation. We will not allow that. If not for yourself, if not for your family around you. Picture your future kids. Picture your little girl looking up at you. Picture playing with your little boy. That is why we do what we do here. So welcome to the cult. Scroll down right now and click on the subscribe button underneath this video, and also click on the little YouTube bell notification. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And by the way, it's customary to give me a kiss at the end of every video. Mwah.